Hey, so the next book in Age of Darkness is Little Horus, which is a perspective I've been waiting for a long time. In the books with Garviel Loken, he was there, but it wasn't inside his mind, inside in his head. Um, and this was finally it for me. Uh, the narratively, this story is really just about a deployment onto the world of Medusa, the Iron Hands, Ferris Manus's legions, home world, just to remove opposition. Um, and the and for the Sons of Horus, they successfully remove resistance from the planet. And there's a lot of named stuff that's very cool that I'll probably make multiple parts for this story. Because Little Horus is described as others as melancholic, and for himself, he sees that as he is an accelerator of change. What does that mean? He sees his melancholy as being similar to the role of that the season autumn plays in the yearly cycle of the seasons. It's the season of change, of the transition into from the life of spring and summer into the cold and death of winter. So I thought I thought that I thought for him as a character, that shows a little stubbornness and defiance, um, and some drama and colorfulness to his mind. Um, and then I thought that the metaphor was quite nice. I also thought uh, for those who want to have an open mind about it, the that coloring of a new way to look at melancholy as like autumn, I thought that was nice. But for him as a character, probably just was uh, it was probably his stubbornness. They describe how his features are very much like the same shape and look of Horus's, but then that said, I don't remember the word they used, but something of his manner was like Horus. And I was curious what that was. I mean, it's my first assumption is just that he's got Horus's quick brain, and so he some of that cool subtlety carries into his posture uh, and into his manner. Um, and then some other neat things about this chapter was this is when the Mournival gets restaffed, so there's 4 members again. They still, at this point in time, have just Abaddon, first captain, and himself. And there's a lot of back and forth, which I will report now. It's just I haven't eaten, so I'm a little hungry. Um, you know, Philosophically, Little Horus is pretty open minded about the requirements for the Mournival. Not lax, but for example, he wants to promote a squad leader, not a captain, into the role. And for him, the most important thing is about the um, balance that the Mournival can bring into the Legion, balance and harmony, as well as it's something between like a lack of barriers and the Brotherhood, much like the Lodge. In other words, he wants the Mournival's role to be something that enhances the Legion's unity, and he wants it to enhance the Legion's unity and make it more efficient and cohesive with the, repairing and remedying influence that the Mournival can have between the members of the Legion, from Horus, Lupercal, the Primarch, all the way to, the, squad mate that has the lowest rank. Abaddon's a bit philosophically, his philosophy is not really stated so much, but it is and it isn't, not so much, but it's stated how through his choices he just thinks his first choices were captains, and so it doesn't reveal his philosophy other than Little Horus responds to that as that would make the Mournival too senior in its staffing, too much of a perspective from the senior ranks. Right, and then they end up picking two, Nocturne and another named character, with that were both kind of a nice compromise of. I think Nocturne was the mentioned squad leader that I mentioned, and the other one was I don't remember his rank, but some other options was the current leader of the Lodge, which the Lodge is the brotherhood fraternity of in the Legion. It's just kind of like a organization anyone can join to just talk outside of rank and official, and not have their opinions be official. Yeah, which was nice. Another perspective was Little Horus is also very much detail oriented. Like in preparation for this mission to Medusa, he wants to know lots of detail, the chances of weather change, the moon cycles, and which was nice. I didn't know that from Little Horus as much. Another kind of interesting thing going on during this story is he's having psychic dreams. He's having his dreams are just strongly influencing him at the moment. He's getting distracted in his meetings with others. He met with the Primarch Horus, and the Primarch was pretty agitated by Little Horus saying there was another person in the room with them when there wasn't. And it's revealed at the end of the chapter that the person that Little Horus imagined was in the room with them was Garviel Loken, which is interesting. In the 40k universe, maybe Little Horus has a bit psychic potential, is a little bit warp touched, or thematically just a bit more a part of the 40k warp magic and sorcery vibe. Uh, in his own way, I guess. I'm really just having this relate as a contrast to the character of maybe Abaddon, as someone who they've spent are the longest serving, are the longest Mournival members. But then again, that's kind of I'm just I'm reaching. I'm not really having a good say on it.